Hi there, me again. I'm bringing you another thought for the day. In lockdown, but not knocked down, and it's getting very difficult, isn't it, in the UK now? I'm so blessed to be here in one of my favourite places, actually, in Egypt at the moment, taking a break, doing a lot of reading, a lot of meditation, a lot of thinking, a lot of writing and journaling. It's good to get a break and to get some nice weather, so my thoughts are with you. Pardon me, I'm just cooling down a bit from time to time. But I've been meditating on the scriptures the last couple of days, and it's just incredible, some of the thoughts that I had, obviously being in Egypt and thinking about what the Bible said in the life of Joseph and the River Nile and the book of Exodus especially, and there's a lot of truth that I always feel the Lord really helps me unpack and really imbibe while I'm here. It always seems to happen. And the last couple of days have really been focused on Exodus chapter 1. And Exodus chapter 1 is an amazing passage of scripture because there's an absolute sea change all of a sudden that happens. And under the surface of it, it's quite incredible because the parallels in our lives today are very similar. In Exodus chapter 1, we hear of two people who die. One's very obvious and the other isn't so obvious. The first one is Joseph. Joseph dies, all his brothers and all that generation and all the descendants, but the children of Israel were fruitful and multiplied and increased abundantly, so much so that they actually filled the land. Now that wasn't a problem because the Lord was blessing his people with the legacy that Joseph had left for all his family. And that continued apace, and it continued for years. But then somebody else dies, and that person's Pharaoh. Because the Bible tells us in Exodus 1 verse 8 and 9, and there arose another king in Egypt who did not know Joseph, another Pharaoh. There's the problem. Wow. When the new Pharaoh came on the scene, he had no relationship with the people of God, and he had not got the vision, the love, the passion, the compassion perhaps, and the understanding that the other Pharaoh had. And so the whole tenor of the situation changes almost overnight. I don't know whether you've had situations like that in your life, whether at work, where you've had a boss who used to really get on well with and used to be his assistant, and all of a sudden he got promoted, worse still, he passed away or retired and was replaced by another person who really you struggled to get on with. And the reality is that you didn't really gel. You had different thoughts, your different mindset, you had a different way of doing things. That happened in the nation of Egypt. But in it all, in all of that challenging time, God was still at work. You wouldn't have thought so, because things went from bad to worse for the Hebrews and the children of Israel. And things just went really sour. That can happen in life. I've had it happen to me where I work with people, with ministers, and work together with them, and sadly they've passed away or they've gone into new areas of ministry and everything, and I've been left with other people who do not have the same vision, the same passion, the same integrity, the same character as those who went before them. And Houston, there's no doubt you're going to have a problem. But through it all, God is faithful. And there's no emergencies in heaven. There's plenty on earth, but there are no emergencies in heaven. God is absolutely with it. He knows the future. He knows every challenge we face. He knows every emergency we face. He knows every disappointment, every disillusion we have. And he's able to help us through every situation. And even the children of Israel, they were aided and helped through the situation so that they had a remarkable deliverance. That's the God we serve. I don't know how things are going for you today, but listen, keep trusting in God, trust in his plan, Don't get bitter, don't get resentful when people of evil character and bad attitudes do not come up to the standard and the quality and the level that you've had before. When that drops badly, just like it did in Egypt, just know this: God has a better way, a better plan, and better things for you. God bless you today.